Oh, yeah, you can tell by that sound. It's time for our favorite show. It's What's Up, Big Rapids. I'm your host, Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And boy, we are so glad you're with us. Before we even get started, I want to just say, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you look like or what you've done, we are so proud of you. We just want you to know you are a loved and valuable member of this community, and we will try not to waste any of your time. We've got a great show for you today, don't we, Pat? How are you?
We do. I am great, man. It's a wonderful day, as always. We always appreciate the likes, the subscribes, the comments. Keep them going, guys. Really pushing the show. So, but no, it's wonderful out. I'm in a t-shirt, no hoodie today.
It's been awesome.
The sun's kind of hit or miss a little bit. I even heard rain, but I didn't care. I'm still wearing the t-shirt because it's nice and warm out.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get out golfing, and it just has not really worked out. Either the weather wasn't right or the schedule wasn't right. But hey, if you guys, I appreciate some of the people who've been giving us, kicking in information around town, different ideas for things we should cover. If you guys have an idea, you can always reach us on the What's Up Big Rapids Facebook page through Messenger. We have a producer checking that, or whatsupbigrapids@gmail.com is the email address. Yeah, we're going to try to find a shorter one. But that's what it is for now. Easy to spell. What's up, bigrapids@gmail.com.
And you can't forget it. I mean, it's the name of the show. So
that's right. So give us some, if you've got ideas for future shows or things that you think need to be covered, or maybe you're making news. Maybe you're making
or
news.
about to.
We'd like us. Yeah, we'd love to know about things. So, hit us up.
Hey, I went golfing last night. We had a buddy invite me over to Admiral. We shot the links over there. It was the first time I gotten out, but the weather was
How'd you feel?
I was a little tight, but I smashed the ball very straight and very long.
Nice.
My irons were not great, and my putting was a little but it felt good off the tee box. So
were you in your head over the irons?
Oh yeah. But it's like, I just beating the crap out of the ball way more than I should, and gotta find that little touch.
Oh, I can't wait to get out again.
It's nice.
It's always, I'm never any good, but I can't wait to get back out again.
That season, man.
Yeah.
League starts here in a couple weeks. So.
Yeah, and I've been, I can't commit to that type of a schedule. You know what I mean?
Fair.
It's just, I got to keep my, at least keep a couple evenings free for family and for work and whatnot. But, golf outings, I'm going to try to get into as many as I can this year.
Yeah, speaking of, I actually, we got updated. They are taking signups for the chamber outing. We did that. We're talking about outings. I figured, might as well let everybody know that the link is live. We updated it yesterday on the page.
What day is that one?
That is, the Cost County Chamber outing is May 21st. That is at Clear Lake Golf Club. Registration starts at 9. Shotgun starts at 10. They are taking on, sponsors right now. All that sign up stuff is happening right now through the Event Caddy link.
It'd be great if we could put up a team, a What's Up Big Rapids team.
Unfortunately, I'm already booked for this one. But,
of course, yeah.
But definitely, there's plenty of options. We've gotten hit with a ton of them recently, so we'll find one.
We'll find one. We'll get out there and represent. We got to get some
t-shirts,
something. Maybe some golf shirts or
something.
We still don't have the only logo we have is the one I came up with on Canvas.
We're still looking for a new one.
Hey, listen, in fact that just reminds me, if anybody who's been watching or listening thinks they'd like to be involved and help us out, help work on the show, we could use some help. We can use some help posting things to social. We can use some help with the editing of the show. We can even use some help with the production of the show. Dom drops the ball all the time.
He's a ball dropper.
I mean, he's saved us several times, but he can't do everything. He's got two hands, people.
Two. Just two.
With so it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a second person just to sort of help out. So, hey, if you think that might be your thing, there's no money in it.
No.
There's $0. There's no money in podcasting. I don't know if you know this, but this is a community service. This is just something we're doing to provide value.
Yep.
But if you think it's something you would enjoy and you want to join the team, let us know.
Yeah, reach out.
Yeah,
let us up on the messenger.
I'm pretty sure if you could train a monkey, you could probably just have the monkey do what I do right now.
Now, by monkey, I assume you mean an ape, and by ape,
Yes.
you mean chimp. You're probably talking about a chimpanzee.
Yes, chimpanzee, not an orangutan.
A great ape. Yeah, you could not.
Not an orangutan.
No,
I've seen those movies.
Oh my gosh, or a gorilla? No,
No, not a silverback. Yeah.
I would take a gibbon. Now that's a lesser ape, but I think one of the better apes.
Could they push the buttons?
Oh my god, have you seen their fingers?
The long skinny ones.
So pretty.
So
cool.
But
gibbons.
would they throw feces?
Listen to this. They created
don't
an
need that in
entire
the studio.
No.
That's for sure.
Well, listen, they all throw feces. But why would you make the gibbons feel so poorly by classifying them and them only as lesser apes? Everyone else is a great ape. But the lesser apes, the only people in that category, the only animal, the only creature in there is the gibbon. And so that's why I've always felt like a little bit of a personal, affinity to the gibbon. They're lovely creatures,
They're very
lovely
cute.
creatures, and the way they kind of. All right, listen, we'll get back to the show in a minute. Right now, we're talking apes because Dom brought it up, not me.
It's Dom's fault. Like always, like all things.
He said a monkey could do his job. I just wanted to clarify. We're talking about some sort of an ape and probably a chimp. And if we could get a chimp to work on the show. Oh my word, that would be amazing.
We would go viral, probably.
I think that would be the.
I would watch.
I think that would be the best show.
You don't watch now?
People may.
Moving on.
They would either be waiting to see if the chimp would do something cute or would eat our faces off.
Yeah,
but
one of the two things. That's funny.
Anyways, let's get back to the show. Sorry about that, Big Rapids.
Sorry. How was your weekend?
Speaking of which, you know what? The zoo is back open. The zoo.
John Ball.
John Ball.
Yes.
And so if you want to see, you can get your monkey fix.
It's been a couple
get
years
your
since
ape
I've been
fix. Maybe get down there.
Yeah.
But you know what? I had a great Easter. I was on the production team at church, meaning I just had to mix the live stream, so it was a lot less work than having to be on stage.
Thanks, Dom.
Yeah, it was kind of nice. Yeah, we got to do that together. Actually, you were mixing cameras. I was on the live stream. That was kind of cool.
That was fun.
And then I took the family to see a really cool, kind of a new independent comedy. It was called The Ballad of Wallace Island.
Wait, I think we were talking, and you.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about it. And you're like, what is this? We might as well.
Yeah, it was just something we sort of found. I didn't know anything about it, but I had a super high Rotten Tomatoes score. So I say, what the heck? Take a chance on it. You don't get to see a lot of original comedies in the theater anymore. And
I'm waiting for that whole run of them to come back. That 2000s to 2015, man.
I think it's coming back. We got Happy Gilmore 2 this which obviously is not. I mean, that's obvious to it's coming back, but. Still, I think that it's the time for comedy.
I hear they're coming back. I hear they're coming back. So, speaking of, we're going to watch Sinners tonight. So I'll report back on that.
Sounds hilarious.
I will. That's not comedic, but we are going to check it out. So I'll report back.
That movie looks really good too. Yeah. That looks really good. But okay, listen. Let's get into it here. Let's take care of March Madness. It's already April, dude. Let's take care of March Madness.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So what we did was we skipped on the first prize or the first person. We had to. Sorry, ESPN.
Okay. Well, let's bring them back up to speed. So in case you're just tuning in, what are we even talking about?
Oh yeah.
All right. So fix the screen. Get it centered. We had to, or we did this really cool March Madness competition. We all filled out brackets, even if we didn't know anything about basketball, like me, and we just had a bit of a competition, and some of our folks did amazing. Now, the person who was in first place, we couldn't identify, right?
Yep.
Their handle was too obscure, but they beat everybody by, I mean, they were awesome. They were excellent.
Yep. Well done.
Well done.
95% right. I believe that's what that number means. So
yeah, if
that's
you're
pretty good.
So ESPN fan 916 - whatever, whatever it is. congratulations. But unfortunately, we couldn't identify them, couldn't find them. They didn't raise their hands.
Right.
So we had to go to number 2 and number 3 because we had 2 prizes we were giving out. What were they?
We gave out a Schuberg gift card.
It was like a $50 gift card to Schuberg. So that gets you
and then
dinner.
9 rounds at Khaki.
Or 9 holes.
9 holes.
9 rounds would be an amazing
That's a
gift.
heck of a donation.
All right, so a round at Khaki Golf Course was the other prize.
So Andy, actually, our buddy Andy
Valdispina.
Yep. He came and grabbed the Schuberg's card.
Okay.
After the show last week when he found out that he won, and then I got to get with Drew.
Okay, and then Andrew Radel was the third one. Just so everybody knows how that ended up kind of shaken out. And then there was Amen 24/7 was the runner-up.
My wife.
Brandy was, God, good for her, man. Brandy was pretty close. And then Josh Piles from the city, good for him. So anyway, just to put a bow on that, we did.
I am crossing it out now.
Yeah, we're crossing out. We did that one. What competitions should we do next, or would you like to do next?
That'd be fun.
Let us know.
Mother's Day is around the corner. We're getting into golf season.
Let us know at What's Up Big Rapids Facebook page.
We'll do something fun. That's for sure.
Yeah, you want to take bets on the new Pope like they're doing? Have you seen this?
Do we taking bets on the Pope?
Have you seen this?
Wow, Pat's going to watch Sinners, and you guys are taking bets on the new Pope.
Oh,
I don't know
this
about
world
this.
is in trouble.
Oh, boy.
This world is in trouble. No,
I
I'm
thought
not
we were going the
kidding
other
you.
way.
I am not kidding you. There is I saw something about this. There's a site, a betting site, a gambling site that's taking odds on who the next Pope will be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's not on the ones I use or have used in the past. So
I'm not on any gambling site, so I don't know. But I did see that there's one guy that's being considered whose name is like Pizza Balla. His last name is. And
Let's go.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Pizza Balla.
meme him. Let's go.
Pizza Balla.
We'll have to circle back around that. Get us the odds on that, Dom. We can circle back around on.
We'll figure it out. I kind of doubt that guy's in the serious contention, but he's in contention. So.
Yeah, I did see that.
We did get some news, some hopefully good news. We got a lot of changes happening around town. People have asked about the demolition of the old dentist office along Perry.
Yep.
And we've reported on that before that they are clearing that to build a members first credit union.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what's going on there. To the east of that, on the other side of the DHHS building, there's major ground being moved there.
Yeah, family health care.
Exactly right. We've talked about this before too. They are doing a bit of an addition to the family healthcare building, and then they're completely redoing the parking lot. But I think what happened is that the plans ended up needing a lot more of a retention pond or something because they are taking out a lot of dirt there.
Wow.
It looks like something major is going on. But really, I still think they're building just like a modest parking lot, but they need a retention pond for all the
I actually seen
snow.
something, I don't remember when, it was a couple weeks ago. I seen like some kind of rendering drawing or something like that and it was that. It's just
so
an
don't be
addition with a
alarmed.
big
I
parking
know
lot.
there's some trees gone, and it looks like they've torn everything up. But I think in a year or so, it'll be a nice little doctor's office. But to keep going, I was told I'm not exactly sure of when we can expect to see some changes around this, but I've been told that the Admiral stations have both been sold in town. So both of the Admiral gas stations were owned by the same group, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They've needed a lot of work.
Yeah.
The North one has
25-cent Shastas.
Yeah, you're right. The
Since
North,
then.
The North Admiral has been a place that I wouldn't feel comfortable with my wife or kids being at after dark, kind of a thing. The South Admiral, the awning has been leaning a little bit, and it's just
Always seems to be people at that one all the time. Literally,
I have to
nonstop.
think it's the convenience. It's on that,
It's right there
because
by
it's on
the
the side of the street that
campus
is
and-
easy for people.
Very true.
But right, and so I think that the people who have bought the two Admirals, they see that there is still some value. I didn't know if they were just going to close the one on the north side now that there's this brand new Christ Oil, but I don't think they're going to. Here's what I was told. We got a message saying that today the South Admiral is closing temporarily.
For the day?
I think it's going to take more than a day.
Couple days?
Yeah, they're going to rebrand and give it a little
With this new
facelift.
company.
With this new company, whatever it is called. And then they're going to, as soon as they're done, they're going to, maybe next week, they're going to start on the one on the north side. But to me, that doesn't sound like long enough to give them a proper remodel.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might just be signs. Okay. Might just be new signs and we keep it moving. Yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping for more because, you know, it'd be nice if to see them both get cleaned up and
add more value to the
more value.
That's it. I mean, it's ultimately getting into them and finding an owner for them before they turn into the corner lot there on, you know, State Street in Perry. That used to be a gas station and nobody would buy it. The old Clark station. Yeah, like I'm glad somebody came in and took, you know, because now maybe there's somebody that's going to invest in it in the future. Maybe it is just a sign change for temporary, but
and you know what? There's a lot of that going on where you've got these longtime brands or companies that have been in Big Rapids a long time, and now they're either retiring or they're moving on. Did you see that Dr. Rummel, who has he's been the orthodontist of choice for pretty much everybody in town for as long as I've been here.
Yeah.
It's no longer Rummel Orthodontics.
Yeah,
he sold it.
Yeah, I seen Lakeshore Orthodontics, I believe was the sign that I seen, or you know they've rebranded. That is obviously we're talking about the location there on South Michigan, just south of the Maple Street. But yeah, they got all new branding. So Rummel is gone.
Well, you know what I mean. Kids aren't. They still need braces. You know what I'm saying? It's. Did you have braces?
I did.
Me too.
Yep.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. And honestly, they didn't get the job done in the 3 years. I probably should have had them another year or so, but
I wouldn't. I don't want.
I was over it.
The whole thing. There's just that dentist. I feel
Did you
like
go to
robbed
Dr.
my mom,
Rummel?
so.
No, no.
I went down to Chicago Drive in Jenison, and
Mine were done in Everett, and every experience I've ever had in the dentist has been a nightmare. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of those people that every single thing they do inside my mouth, I can hear it and feel it all over my mouth. You know what I mean? So, do you like the dentist?
I don't. I was that same
Siobhan
way
loves
for
the
a
dentist.
very long time, but we started going to Gingrich recently, and she's been wonderful. So I'll give her praise because she's made me feel a lot more comfortable than I have in the past at dentists.
I'm not slagging off my dentist or any particular dentist. Anything that happens inside,
He hates them all.
or even the
if you guys
water.
are friends, the water.
All of it.
Oh,
I
man.
hate all of it. Now, Siobhan loves it. My wife loves the dentist. She looks forward to it. She take a little nap while they're doing all that. Me, I'm white-knuckled. I'm miserable. Every muscle in my body is tense, and I can't wait for it to be over. To me, it's like being tortured, and then they take the floss just gently in there, and you're like, "You're not gonna hurt me anymore, right?"
We're good.
Don't make me hurt you anymore. You know, I'm like, okay. You know, it's awful, man. It's like psychological abuse. It's torture to me.
As a young kid, I went to the dentist a lot as a kid, and you know, as you go through the braces, I definitely disliked them for a very long time, including going back after the kid to an adult. That little
can't take
stage.
it, man. And even now, like so. I've had periodontal issues where I've had to have special cleanings and deep cleanings, and it's miserable.
Yeah, those would suck.
And you know, they give you nitrous and stuff, which is good, it helps out. But now I get the nitrous for just regular cleanings because it's $35 or something like that. I'm like, yeah,
a la carte,
give it to me.
that nitrous real
Give it
quick,
to
and they're
me.
like, sure, we're just polishing your
Because
teeth, and you're like,
honestly,
don't care.
Even with it, I put the AirPods in. I turn on like a chill state, like an electronic chill, or one of those like
It's crazy.
I don't know if it's a 60 hertz. I don't think so, but there's like a frequency that will just that just resonates in your body, and it sort of matches what the drill's doing.
Okay.
And it can allow you to just sort of chill out. I've done that.
How
a
about
little
the
bit.
dentists that have the stuff on the ceiling? Have you seen those?
What do you mean
get
stuff?
There's like pictures. There's a
Like stuff to read?
A seek and find.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, if you're looking for an experience, man, I'm telling you.
I'm trying to like be playing crosswords.
It's
while
like
I'm
the
doing
old what's that magazine where you have to circle the items?
God, it's right there. What was that magazine?
You know. He knows. I know.
Come on.
We all know.
What is it? We should all have it right on the tip of our tongues.
It was at every dentist I went to.
Every doctor's office you ever went to as a kid, you would find one of these, and that's the first thing you would do.
Always
go try to do
it was like towards the middle or the back.
They'd have like 2 or 3 of them, different ones.
You know what's crazy? I thought I was the only person that did that. Go to the dentist office and you find the seek and finds.
Are you guys talking about Highlights magazine?
Highlights. Thank you, Dom.
Thank you.
Sorry, everybody.
Appreciate that.
We'll just edit it to where it doesn't make us look so dumb. No, I'm not going to. You just saw the exact time it took for Dom to look that up on his phone.
Right.
Highlights.
Yeah, that was funny because you get there and you'd open it.
You know what always surprised me was the variety of magazines that some of the doctor's offices and dentists have. Sometimes they would have magazines that were like borderline inappropriate. Did you ever see that? Like I remember being a couple
GQ
things. Yeah, not even quite that, but there'd be like things that was like, do they know kids are in here? Yeah. Like, what is that? Who are these magazines for? And why does my dentist have,
In Touch and People? Are you talking about like those kinds?
No,
the U.S.
those
Weekly?
are fun. Those are the ones you expect. I'm talking like, things that are like
National Geographic.
Strange and borderline titles and whatnot.
I got you.
Here's my guess.
And double XL. No,
things that are like right on the edge. I think what happens is the doctors don't pick.
No,
the dentists don't pick.
No,
they hire a service. They subscribe to something that says, "Hey, every month we'll put 15 or 20 new magazines in your waiting room, so you don't have to think about it." And they just say, okay, cool. Same.
If not, that should be how it is.
FYI to anybody watching, that's how the libraries get filled with books too. Just so you know, your school libraries that everybody can get up in arms about and get all mad. Why is this book? A lot of times, nobody in your municipality had any idea what books were picked. They were part of a
collective,
a package of books that got bought and shipped for libraries that year. That's all it was. Now, who picks them? Probably some kid somewhere. Some kid somewhere who got a job, and they say, "Hey, kid, pick from this list. You got to pick."
You went there and just circled like how you did your bracket, right? You
just exactly how I did the March Madness bracket. That's how these things happen. I'm telling you, don't get so up in arms. It's not. This isn't a. It was no plot to indoctrinate your kids by getting them to read one particular book. Because guess what? Kids, they don't read books.
They don't read books.
They're probably not reading books, and they're probably not going to read that book. Yeah. And even if they did, they'd be like, "Oh, that was an interesting idea. Weird."
That doesn't make sense.
Now that being said, that is just one man's opinion. That's just my thought as someone who served on the school board a long time and has watched this stuff from afar.
Yeah. No.
Anyways,
sorry. Dentist,
all right.
Yes. Moving
what
on,
else?
Rummel's rebranded. Yes.
Yep. So that's that. Another new business in town that I wanted to highlight, and I don't have any of my notes about it, but I know that in Quinn's Music Shop, if you guys aren't familiar, we are still one of the communities lucky enough to have our own little music shop, a little guitar store, a little shop you can pop into and check out new instruments of all different types. You can talk to somebody about getting some lessons. You could buy strings. You can buy cables. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You could talk to somebody about just getting some expertise on maybe what to do next or where to go from here. A friend of mine, Bud Greenman, who's a very, very talented fiddle player, mandolin player, guitar player, but he's also a really talented Luther, meaning he can fix
instruments,
and he specializes in
stringed instruments.
Those stringed instruments, like the ones that a lot of people don't mess with. Anybody, you can go anywhere and get a guitar set up, any guitar store, but there's not a lot of places you can go and get like a tuning peg fixed on a fiddle or on a mandolin something like that, or a ukulele or something like that.
You might even have that in Grand Rapids, to be honest.
You might have to go an hour. Yeah. Well, not anymore, okay, because Quinn's has partnered with Greenman Luther to bring high-quality professional instrument repair right to downtown. So that's right in Quinn's Music Store. That's in the 200 South block of Michigan Avenue. It's on the west side.
Been here forever. If you don't know,
been there forever.
Google him.
He does violin, viola, cello, bass repairs. He can restore vintage and heirloom instruments. There's not a lot that he can't do. Even more modern instruments or new stuff.
The music scene's pretty big around here, so to have somebody like
It's
a
big
resource
and it's growing.
like that,
It's big and it's
it's
growing.
a benefit for the area.
Sure is, and especially somebody as knowledgeable. I mean, that's somebody who was like a prodigy violin player when he was a kid, maybe 15 years old. He was already getting
sweet.
recognized. And
I wish I was a prodigy of
I
anything.
know, right? Of anything.
Of anything.
It's too late. It's too late.
We're past that.
Way past the age. We can't be top 30, under 30, or anything like that anymore. Nope.
Is there a top 30 over 30? Because and
we wouldn't win that
It's
either.
normally in athletics, right? Like
say, we
I seen a
wouldn't-
40 over 40 in the NBA the other day, just because like there's like 6.
I like this idea. Yeah, we should do a bit more of this, but I feel like we'd end up losing out to the people who are even older than us that are really like
Experienced
and killing it. They're living perfect.
retired.
Yeah.
Retired at 37 and
I got to start living better, man. I've not been exercising in the morning, so I'm like it's
important.
I have like a real old man start to my day these days, where I'm real slow. Yeah. It's like real. It's like whoa.
Do you shout at the squirrels?
I don't shout at them. That'd be too aggressive. It's like let's take it down in the morning. Let's just take it down a
Black
notch. What do we
coffee?
get? No.
All right, that's good.
I start sipping an energy drink, but not till after 8.
Gotcha.
Not till after I get Noble off to school. But in the mornings, it's just sort of. I just putter around in the library, in my building. I play some instruments. Whatever. But it's all very. It's slow. It's quieter.
that's the future, man. That's what your future looks like. Just a heads up.
Man. Well, what I thought about this morning was you guys, who I thought of were probably at that very moment were in the gym. Going, right? Yeah. And me, I'm just puttering around, like taking very short steps. I'm not like really over, you know what I mean? I'm not overdoing it because things could be slippery. I don't want to take a slip and fall.
Things are slippery.
Like I'm 90 years old. I'm just sort of puttering around in the mornings, and I love
preparing for the
I love
future.
it, but I like to do a little. I like to do some reading in the morning. Then I'd like to get right up and get a workout in. Maybe get an energy drink or a protein shake.
I'm not gonna lie, my wife has found me obnoxious in the morning recently.
Because you have so much energy?
I have so much energy.
That's what my wife used to. She used to complain all the time. Yeah,
she'd be like, "Calm down."
Right.
Like, but I'm
Well,
here.
see, I used to bounce right out of bed. This was my morning routine. I always have had this saying, it's not my saying, but if you win the morning, you win the day.
Hey, let's go.
Right? And so I used to sort of live by that when I was trying to get fit and sort of just change my life around.
What was that again? If you what?
If you win the morning, you win the day.
Write that down.
Yeah, write that down, kids. If you win the morning, you win the day. So what happened was I would get, the moment my eyes were, I'd get right out of bed, wouldn't lay around, playing on my phone, nothing like that. I'd get right out of bed, hit the kitchen, make a protein shake, make a pre-workout drink, and then sit in a comfortable spot and do some morning devotionals, do some journaling. Think about the day, kind of get centered while I'm sipping that pre-workout drink, and then boom, hit the gym.
Yep.
Back when Beagle Fit was a real place. Yeah. And then come back from that, hit the sauna, and then a good shower, and oh man, you're unstoppable for the day.
That sounds like that viral video that kind of came out.
Now I'm
a couple
pretty
weeks
stoppable.
ago. You're that Saratoga guy.
I'm pretty stoppable right now.
The banana peel. And
now all it would take to stop me would be just like a light rain. A light rain, and I'd be like, maybe just sleep all day.
Maybe just chill here. Turn
Telling
on a
you,
show.
I've got to
binge.
turn. I got to get that switch cranked back up. Man.
I think that is part of spring, though, is that like you have these days that you feel energized, you feel accomplished, and then Thursday happens and it's gloomy and you want to leave work early, and it's like, all right, let's get these things done. And I think there's just, I'd enjoy those days personally. Gloom is okay every once in a while.
You know what? Thursday would have been a great day for that. Instead, I had a county commission meeting that went almost 3 hours.
Whew.
And I personally I believe that if you can't get a meeting done in 30 minutes, but let's say an hour, if it cannot get done in an hour, it was poorly planned. It should have been split up. This is stuff that should have been done another time and been prepared because
some of it probably could have been an email.
Exactly right. It should not take that long to get the business done of a meeting. You know what I mean? Right. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And that seems like all my days lately have been like that. It's just enough to keep it to where you don't get to do the things that will help you get ahead. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That I'm not able to do the things that will help me push the ball forward or get move the dreams forward. Yeah. Because I'm just checking off things on the schedule.
A little bit of extra time here, a little bit of extra time there, and all of a sudden the extra time is used up on other things other than pushing the ball.
Guys, we'll get back to you in a second. I just needed a little counseling session here where I can get some things off my. This is sort of what I use this time for a little bit too. So I hope everybody's all right with that. Sorry about that. Okay, so what can people do around here? What's even going on?
So I seen that the city put this up. They put up one, I think it was yesterday, and then a new one today. It seems like some of the information might have been a little wrong.
Okay, well it's a good looking,
very cool graphic.
Good looking graphic. I wonder if that's like something new on Canva, this design.
It does touch on the beach volleyball that we talked about last week, pickleball.
Okay, so we are an audio medium, so let's help the people who are not watching this. We are looking at a great looking flyer that is highlighting the spring summer recreation activities that the Big Rapids Parks and Recreation are putting on. And just off the top, it says there's pickleball, there's beach volleyball, there's water aerobics. The pool is open. Senior fit time. I'm not dead sure what that is. Delay the disease fitness for Parkinson's. Oh, I don't know what that is, but that looks awesome and good for them. And I like that little guy with the muscles. And then Latin dance fusion. What? Get out of here.
On Mondays.
Are you serious? That sounds awesome.
This month and next.
And then Groove with Janitza.
Another probably dance aerobic type.
It has a dancing person as the thing, but come on, guys. This looks like fun stuff to get out and do.
Yeah, this is over on the City of Big Rapids Parks and Recreation's Facebook. You guys can check that out. It's got your dates, your times, the days, when things start, when they don't. Some of them have costs associated with them.
They're cheap. It's like $2, $5. Yeah, you know what I mean? Man, how cool would it be to be part of it? You'd be like, oh, no, I've got my Latin dance fusion class that night. Sorry. That is the kind of stuff that you want to be saying. You know what I mean?
That adds a little pizzazz to
when
your
people
day.
Say, hey, can you watch my cat
on Monday?
Wednesday? And you're like, no, I've got Groove with Janitza. I've got my dance class that night. I got to find out what Groove with Janitza is.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
It says, just so you know, Groove with Janitza, it has a dancing person icon, but it's located in the Big Rapids Middle School cafeteria, which that's a good space, actually. It's $5 Thursdays in April and May, so it's probably already started from 6 to 7. So that's tomorrow night. I might have to go get my groove on.
I unfortunately cannot because tomorrow night we also have a business after hours. So the Chamber's hosting another business after hours tomorrow at 5 o'clock. This is at that new store, Threads North.
Boy, they're not going to have much room.
No, it's going to be jam-packed in there.
Because I have a feeling that will be well attended. So
yeah, I think we already got 20-plus people responded. So yeah, it'll be packed in there, but network with other fellow business owners. So, check out the space if you haven't.
What is a business after hours?
It's a fun networking event where we did the Gilbert's Business After Hours last month, and ultimately it's to highlight that specific business, right? Threads North is new to town. We have this opportunity to bring in other business owners into the area and kind of meet the owners, meet the people that work there, and see what they offer. And then it's also a networking event.
There you go. I was going to say, it's not just about the good folks at Threads North.
No.
And if they would have just spelled their name with a Z, I think this would be huge. But it's not just about them. When you come to a chamber business after hours, everybody gets an opportunity, if they'd like to give an update on their industry or their business, or give a little plug or a little promotion for
an event coming up.
Yeah, or you got a sale. let's say you got a landscaping company and you're offering a discount or something, you can show up and talk about that. It's pretty cool. So I wanted to just say, if you are an aspiring business person, you might want to start coming to these.
Yeah. Bring a business card.
They're free. Bring a business card. You might win something, and you can meet some of the other folks and just sort of put a bug in their ear about what you're trying to do.
This honestly was one of the first few things that I started doing in the area when I first started in Big Rapids, right?
And did you find that people were like for you or against you?
Oh man, everybody's rooting for you.
That's what I mean.
Even I was trying to sell them stuff, and they still were like, "Let's get to know this guy."
Pat had a super annoying job where he was trying to sell advertising space for a big corporation to little people. So little people get a lot of those type of messages.
They do, but no, it was very welcoming. Everybody wants to talk to you. Who are you? I mean, we're all kind of standing there. If we're not talking to each other, then it's very awkward. So
I've always
we all
found
get to know each other
to
and all
be
that.
one of the more welcoming, and you'll get a lot of support there. Everybody wants a thriving downtown. Everyone wants a thriving business area. Everybody wants the area to do well. So we're all kind of rooting for each other, right?
Yeah, and this is also, I wanted to make sure I touched on this. We're starting to see a lot. You're seeing them on Ask Big Rapids. You're starting to see friends sharing certain pages. This is that time of the year where you're starting to see maybe that friend or family go out on a limb and start something new. Contractors especially right now. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of painting and window and landscapers and all that. And maybe you have your person, and that's okay. But if you're one of these people, going to these events is very helpful to get your name out there. But also, if you see somebody out there, support them.
Absolutely. And hey, even me. I mean, maybe this is as good as time as any. I mean, hey, listen, nobody say anything about this because I haven't officially announced it yet. But for the last 3 years, I've been part of a brokerage called KW Northern Michigan Hometown Realty.
Yep.
Right? Kind of a mouthful.
Yep.
And great company, but they're not really local. I was trying to kind of do my own thing, but stay connected to a larger company for the support of it. And while it was, it was a good experience, I think that the experiment with that is over. And so you guys will see from now on, you're just going to see Chris Jane Sells Houses again.
Woo!
Like it always was, like it should have been.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, get your news.
Do I have like a...
Get today's paper. Breaking news, breaking news.
What else do I got? Like, no, not that one. Maybe that one.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So we're going to just quietly close down the what was known as KW Northern Michigan because we just don't need it. And we're Siobhan and I are just going to do Chris Jane Sells Houses. Help as many people as we can. Just focus on that and not so much about the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people appreciate that. So they'll appreciate you.
Same
being
services,
true to yourself.
Just without a lot of the extra stuff. I mean, honestly, the extra paperwork and stuff that came along with it. Like if you were going to work with me, there was like 3 or 4 things that you would have needed to sign just because I was connected to this other thing. It's like, now that's gone, now it's gone. I like my philosophy has always been, I want it to be like we were never there for the buyers or the sellers. Like it was seamless. Like it just felt easy and effortless.
Yeah, I hear you there.
And so anything I can do to like get rid of unnecessary stuff,
I wasn't
I'm
on the
excited
show
about.
sheet. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, well, hey, that's just
Breaking
just an announcement. But let's talk about jobs.
Yeah, you know what? There are so many people hiring right now.
Is that right?
I wanted to make sure I told people, keep an eye out there because I've seen at least 6 different businesses in the last 2-3 days that are hiring. I mean, it's some of them are part-time. I know Panera Bread was hiring, LOSB was hiring. They have hiring events with Michigan Works is having this hot season for them. I know local contractors are out there looking.
Can I ask you, when I see, because sometimes I see where it says they need people, but it's online and I don't trust it. Like it'll say on the Ask Big Rapids or the Big Rapids and surrounding area yard sales or whatever, it'll say 3 workers needed at the airport this week or whatever. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
I
don't know to trust it or not. Do you know what I mean? Or
That's
it's like
fair.
cash for work for home or something. He's like, what? This sounds sketchy.
That one might be. but
So I don't know I don't know how people can, especially when you are in a vulnerable position, you need something, you're looking for something. How do you not get taken advantage of by some of these companies that aren't the real thing?
Yeah, some of those ones that are out there, you need X amount of dollars to get started.
Yeah, it's a $25 application
Yeah,
for something.
right.
I don't even know if that's a real scam, but I know there's scams going on.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, but it is that time of the year. Contractors are starting to get up and going. They're taking on jobs. There are new businesses that are starting. Keep an eye out, man. I know there's people that are looking for career changes. I know it's that time of the year people like to. We switch things up. If you've been doing the same thing for a long time and it's time to mix things up and you've been thinking about it. I had this conversation on Sunday with a family friend. Just do it. You know what I mean? And they brought up this and, they're like, you know what? That's kind of cool that you're, my advice, just do it. If you're thinking about something, if you're thinking about changing careers, if you're thinking about starting a business or workout or diet.
Me as well, because honestly.
Do it.
It only takes a couple of years to become like pretty proficient in something.
Yeah.
And I mean, a couple of years will go by before you know it. I was trying to get you to do this show for more than 2 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we waited. I had the equipment to do that. I was ready to do this show a year ago.
Yeah.
And
then I quit and started a new business.
Yeah, and then Pat's life changed and different things happened and we put it on the back burner. But I'm telling you, a couple of years goes by so fast. And in a couple of years, you can become an expert on something.
Or you can have life full of regret. Like, I should have started that. I should have did this. I should have did that.
True.
So,
my advice is don't even just do one thing. Like, do one thing now, and like I said, within a couple of years, you can probably get yourself into the top 25 percentile of people in the world on any given topic,
on
right?
anything.
Or
Yeah,
subject.
I would assume.
And life is long. I mean,
Outside
especially
of doctors and lawyers,
at least
but
I hope it's going to be long. I mean, with modern medicine and whatnot. We could live to be 100, and if you're you want to be doing things that are productive. You want to have hobbies, if not careers, and hopefully hobbies that are careers is the goal. But man, I'd love to learn sign language at some point.
Yeah.
And be an expert at that. I don't have a reason to, but I'd like to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd like to.
Pick something. If you have this dream,
I want to learn computer programming.
It is so much easier to do these things now than when we were kids. The resources that are available. You want to learn how to play the piano. Within 2-3 weeks of watching YouTube, I guarantee you will know one song on the piano.
Totally. And even with piano, within a couple of years, you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be pretty
But you just have to do it. You got to stop talking about it and just do it, man.
I think we're waiting. I think a lot of us are. We're kind of defeatist. We're self-defeating in our own doubts and in our own minds. We self-sabotage a lot, but also we're lazy. We're lazy. It's hard
easy.
work. It's hard work to put in a couple
Too many
of years.
shows coming out and too many great movies.
Right, man. And besides, who's going to watch my TikTok if I'm not or whatever? I mean, you guys know I'm not on it, but I see people on there just scrolling. If they're like, well, listen, who's going to watch my phone? But I mean, we get this life.
Yeah.
We get this life.
So I'm just champion. That's that time of the year. We've had a couple people come into the business, this last 2 weeks, dropping off their card. I'm so-and-so with this cleaning company or this excavating. We did a clean out company yesterday out of Howard City. Like, it makes me happy to see these people out here putting in the work to try and grow their business. So I want to make sure I shout them out. If
you're watching now, what dreams do you have? What would you like? Where would you like to be in 2 years? I'd like to hear it.
Yeah,
me too. What do you have an idea for a business? Put it below and let's let's
talk about it. See what it would take.
Maybe we all are like, yeah, man, or
maybe you're looking for an investor.
That's right.
And you need some backing to start your new cleaning company or whatever it is.
Let's make some connections. Everything you need is just in somebody else's pocket right now. That's all. So whatever you need for your dream to be successful, it's out here, man. Let's make something happen.
Real quick, we're up against it. I want to touch on a couple things. Friday night, there is the Big Rapids Parks and Rec. We talked about them already. They're hosting a mother and son night out. This is at the Big Rapids Middle School. Looks like it's just a fun time for mom and sons to hang out. Jelly ball, crafts, games, pictures. Tickets are $7 if you pre-register before Friday, and $10 if you get them at the night. So reach out to Josh if you want to go.
Okay, that's mother-son night out. And then what about Karaoke for a Cause? That's next week.
Yeah, that is May 1st. That is at the Peaks. I actually forgot to pull that page up. We talked about it last week. That is Angels of Action fundraiser event. I believe it was, $20 a ticket or $25 at the door. You got food and a night full of karaoke.
Hey, is this Saturday the 27th? I think it is. And I believe at the Peaks, you might be right. So maybe it's Sunday night. Maybe it's this Sunday. Either this Saturday or Sunday night, there's a jazz night at the Peaks. It's like, and again, I should have been more prepared. It's like
which we never are.
I know. Like a Morley jazz night at the Peaks. So I'm so proud of those guys.
It's what you always wanted that space to kind of be, or you always thought somebody would make that space where there's activities and stuff throughout. Obviously,
every single thing I
venue,
hear,
right?
Right? Because I would assume they're just doing weddings and
Graduations,
anniversaries, graduations, funeral, even things like that.
Yeah,
I just would assume that's the kind of thing where they would just quietly be busy a lot. But every time I hear they're doing something cool, like a community facing event instead of a
and they
private
partner
event.
a lot with local businesses, local charities.
They're
it's awesome.
so willing to partner. If you have an event you are looking to throw and you're not sure how to do it or pull it off, they cater. They have everything: lights, sound,
food,
the whole thing,
drinks,
bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
maybe throw your next party at the Peaks.
Karaoke for a Cause. I think we might go. I don't know. We haven't decided just yet, but I'm kind of rooting for that. And then also, it was made official. They did it again, and I've heard it on all the news outlets. The splash pad
this Saturday. Is it this Saturday, the 26th?
It's next month.
May.
It's not for another month.
Yeah.
Bunch of babies. Come on, it's not that cold.
Yesterday at 2:30 to 3, they could have played on the splash pad.
Chris, 300 kids would get hypothermia this weekend.
True. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's true. It was cold this week. I thought that it was going to open. I thought they were opening the splash pad at the end of this month, but it's not till May.
Yeah, it's May. I think May 26th. It's that Memorial Day weekend or something like that.
All right.
But
Well, I tell you what, the park is open, and Sweet Hill Park, that little skate pad area that they've kind of created is open. Pickleball courts are open. Basketball courts are open. So, no excuse, Big Rapids. Get out there and be
that
active.
guy. The kayaks are...
Heck
that thing's always up, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. It's a little cold for the water.
Might be a little chilly, but
And then the last thing I found online, I thought it was kind of cool. Ferris Figure Skating is throwing an exhibition show on Friday night. And it's at the arena there, and
nice.
I think that was kind of cool. You don't hear about those exhibition shows, and if that's your thing, and go check them out.
I will not be there. I will be hosting the Big Rapids Drum Circle. That is this Friday night, 6 to 8 at the Bandshell behind the middle school. Okay.
Cool. Yes.
If you have never heard of a drum circle, it's pretty simple. It's where you circle up and play drums. It's all it is. Seriously, that's all it is. There's no prescribed way you play. There's nothing that has to happen.
Way more insight than that.
I mean, that's it. People ask all the time, "Oh, what is that?" That's it. It's like any other sort of musical jam session where people with their instruments will sit around in a circle and play together. This happens to be a group drumming activity.
That's cool.
And group drumming has a myriad of health benefits. I won't get into, but so not only is it good for you, for your physical health, for your mental health, spiritual health, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun. And I bring a ton of drums. So if you don't have drums or whatever, you don't need them. Just show up. Maybe bring a chair. But I typically bring a bunch of drums, bunch of chairs, and we just play in the bandshell for a couple of hours. I do a little bit of instruction, but really we create together.
That's cool.
It's whatever kind of comes out of the group, and you don't have to have any experience at all. It's fun, and people get hooked on it, and It's growing. So if you want to know more about it, check out the Big Rapids Drum Circle Facebook page and join us so that you can stay up to date. We do them every month on the fourth Friday at 6 o'clock at the Bandshell. So anyway, that's this Friday.
Fun. That should be. The weather should hold off. Air is supposed to be kind of nice towards the weekend, so
About time.
I love it.
About time, man.
It's nice. It's. Are you bringing in your new drums?
Yeah. So the Big Rapids Drum Circle was blessed recently. Apparently, somebody who has been a collector for decades, because a lot of these drums are from like the 90s and stuff. You can't even get them anymore, and even older. But a man passed away who had a large collection of group drumming drums, hand drums, but mostly the ones made for, for kids and for drum circles. Like,
put your legs around, right?
Yeah. Because, there are authentic African instruments that you may not want kids tipping over and bashing. And then there are American-made synthetic versions, which is what we use a lot of times in group drumming. Well, that's what this collection is. And so I was able to, for a really reasonable price, add about 15 drums to the Big Rapids Drum Circle. It's a significant number. And I'd say a dozen of those are solid group drumming drums. And so I'm excited to see what'll happen Friday night. Okay. Again, if you want to come out 6 to 8 at the Bandshell, just show up, bring a chair if you have one, bring a drum if you have one, but if you have none of that, show up anyway. You're welcome. You're welcome, and I can't wait to play with you. All right, we're going to have fun.
That's way sweet.
All right, Dom, tell us if, I don't feel like we gave you enough to really work with this week to even give us any.
That means he's probably got plenty.
I can always find stuff. So my job here is secure because gibbons cannot be pets.
Is it? They can't be pets. They are not domesticated.
No, it's
I thought you were going to say it was because of the opposable thumb.
No.
They have no grip. They don't have the discernible grip, which I think keeps them from becoming our masters.
Who's got 2 thumbs and pushes buttons? This guy.
That guy.
All right. Also, Lakeshore Orthodontics will be taking over on May 15th. Dr. Rummel will be staying on.
Very cool.
So
wow.
if you're a fan of his and you love, and my children have gone to him, he's an absolutely wonderful guy. He's going to be staying on to run things here in Big Rapids.
Awesome.
So
that's good news for them.
Yeah. Oddschecker.com.
Oh, no, I forgot about this.
Here we go.
Is this about the Pope?
Yeah. This is about the Pope.
Oh, should we even do this? We could go to hell for this.
Pietro Parolin is...
I've heard of him.
Yes.
He's top rated.
He's top right now. He's a plus 240. So a $100 bet would get you
240. And your money back. Yep.
Yeah. Number 2 is a gentleman, I think he's from the Philippines, Luis Tagle. Tagley.
Okay.
He's 320. But I'll tell you what, my money,
Long shot.
Pizza
my
ball.
money, Wilford Napier, 10,000
to one.
to 1 odds.
It's worth at least a buck on it.
Napier?
Wilford.
Where's he from? I feel like he's from Minnesota. He's like he's the only one that's from Minnesota.
The Archduke of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't want to. I'm terrible with accents, but I wanted to try.
I hear you.
Oh, don't you know?
And I do have one thing on a serious note that we missed, and this is a healthcare thing coming up in our community.
Okay.
Corwell Health is putting on a mobile mammogram bus down in Morley Stanwood on May the 17th.
Okay. May 17th. Morley Stanwood High School?
Nope. Didn't say where it was.
It's just down there.
They gave a phone number here.
Okay.
877-495-2626.
There we go.
Once again, thank you guys for reaching out and letting us know about stuff like this. Keep it up. I mean, if you're watching this now and you know about some news around town or you know about something coming up, just hit us up. There's good chances we don't know about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We are banking on ourselves for all of this.
Exactly right. And so please continue to help out. Keep throwing stuff to Dom, and we'll try to announce it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Anything else?
That's all.
Man, what a great show.
Love it.
But it has been long. I feel like that's already been about an hour already.
Yep.
Crazy. I thought for
Time
sure
flies.
we could get it done quicker this week. But you know what? It doesn't matter because that's what's up Big Rapids. Okay? I'm your host, Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And remember, kids, kindness is contagious. I want to see you out there in the community being the kind of example that you want to see. That's what'll help push the ball forward, right?
Love it.
I love it. That's it for this week. See ya.
See you guys next week.